Today we're diving into the story of a professional fighter with a glass jaw who finds a second chance at life within the body of a bullied high school student. Let's see how a predator adapts to a world of schoolyard cruelty. The hierarchy of the school is built on silence and violence. In the filth of a narrow alley, a boy named Mugyeol Cha attempts to defy gravity. 134. 135. He pushes his heavy frame up and down, counting his repetitions in solitude. But solitude is a luxury the weak are not afforded. Two predators stand above him, recording his struggle with their phones. They do not see a human being. They see a grotesque display of flesh moving in the dirt. They laugh, zooming in on his way, turning his effort into entertainment. The mockery escalates. Words are not enough. They dump a bucket of food waste over his head, crowning him with filth. They command him to eat it. When he hesitates, the violence becomes physical. A kick sends him sprawling, blows rain down upon him. He curls into a ball, shielding his head, but the beating continues until he is left broken on the pavement. Tears mix with the dirt on his face. He stares into a shard of a broken mirror, looking at his swollen reflection. In the depths of his despair, a new resolve flickers. A desperate, delusional vow that this boy will one day dominate the world. His body fails him, collapsing under the strain of abuse and exhaustion. But his consciousness fades, an anomaly occurs, the darkness of his mind breached. A second soul enters the vessel. This invading consciousness belongs to a man who lived and died in the cage. A professional mixed martial arts fighter. Flashbacks bleed into the present. The roar of the arena. The blinding lights. The fighter was a striver of immense skill, possessed of speed and technique that could conquer championships. Yet he carried a fatal curse. A glass jaw. No matter how perfect his offense, a single clean hit to the chin would sever his consciousness. That weakness defined his career and ultimately ended his life. Now that fighter wakes up in a classroom. Mugyeol Cha opens his eyes. He is disoriented. The memories are bifurcated. He remembers the life of the bullied student, and he remembers the glory and the humiliating defeat of the fighter. He realizes the truth immediately. He is reincarnated. Two souls have merged into one entity. The experience of a veteran blayer now resides within the body of a high school outcast. The peace is short-lived. The predators from the alley approach his desk. They are comfortable in their cruelty. One of them pokes Mugyeol's cheek, mocking his silence. They expect the flinch. They expect the fear. When Mugyeol does not react, the bully escalates. He winds up a kick and drives it into Mugyeol's shoulder and face. The impact echoes through the room, but the result is unnatural. Mugyeol remains seated. He does not fall. He does not scream. He blinks, confused not by the pain, but by the absence of it. He looks at his own hands. The blow felt like nothing. The layers of fat that the student despised have acted as a dense, shock, absorbing armor. The bully is visibly unsettled. His victim has not played the assigned role. He shouts, demanding Mugyeol follow them to the cafeteria. Desperate to reassert control through a change of location, they walk through the lockers. Mugyeol halts. The two bullies turn back, annoyed. Mugyeol speaks. His voice is different. He invites them to strike him again. The bullies exchange glances. They suspect madness. They ask if he has lost his mind or if he truly wishes to fight. A twisted smile spreads across Mugyeol's face. It is not the smile of a victim. It is the smile of a man who has just realized he has been given a weapon. The bully steps forward, eager to punish this insolence. He throws a full force punch, targeting the face. The fist connects cleanly with Mugyeol's cheek. In his past life, this impact would have meant instant unconsciousness. The glass jaw was his ruin. But the head barely moves. The force disperses harmlessly through the heavy flesh. A blue interface materializes in the air, visible only to Mugyeol. It is a status window. It displays a single, game-changing statistic. Durability rank, triples. The fatal weakness is gone. The glass jaw has been replaced by an iron fortress. The bully trembles. His hand itches from the impact. He looks into Mugyeol's eyes and sees a terrifying shift. The outcast is gone. Something predatory has taken his place. Mugyeol asks a simple question. He asks if the bully enjoys eating hard food. Before the bully can process the threat, Mugyeol clarifies. It will be difficult to chew without teeth. The system chimes again. A new window appears. A fight mission. The objective. Collect 30 pieces of a misbehaved student's teeth. The reward. 20 points. Mugyeol accepts the terms. He clenches his fists. He tells the system he might leave a few behind, but the harvest begins now. His fist crashes into the bully's face. Blood sprays. 2 teeth fly into the air. The counter on the screen updates. 2 out of 30. Mugyeol Cha stands over his tormentor, eyes burning with a violent ambition. The boy is dead. The champion has returned, and he is ready to devour the world. The cage is unforgiving. Inside the octagon, violence is the only currency, and today the exchange rate is death. A fighter takes a heavy blow, his consciousness rattled. The crowd roars, but not for him. They cheer for the elbow that sends him crashing to the canvas. The referee waves his arms. It is over. But the defeat was scripted long before the first punch. Steroids, lies, a sacrificial lamb offered up to protect the reputation of others. In the sterile silence of a hospital room, the broken fighter lies motionless. Chairman Jang Yong-gil enters. He does not bring comfort. He brings the cold, suffocating way of reality. He leans in, his smile predatory. He thanks the paralyzed man. The fighter's ruin has become the chairman's stepping stone. The news cycle spins the narrative. Chairman Jang is hailed as a saint, a guardian taking responsibility for a fallen athlete. The world praises the architect of the destruction, while the victim lies trapped in his own body. A cervical spine injury. Permanent paralysis. The fighter can only move his eyes. He watches the world move on without him, fueled by hatred hot enough to burn through the silence of death. He was alive, but he was not living. Then, the darkness breaks. The hospital ceiling is replaced by a classroom. The smell of antiseptic is gone. The fighter blinks. He is sitting at a desk. The sensation of breath, of movement, returns. It is not a hallucination. He is back. A holographic interface manifests before his eyes. A status window. It details his attributes. Endurance is ranked triples. The rest of his skills vary, but that single statistic changes everything. In his past life, he was unbalanced, a glass cannon. Now, he possesses a body built to endure hell. He realizes the truth. His previous life was merely a prelude. This new vessel is the weapon he needed. He is a target. Chairman Jang. To reach him, he must climb the mountain of violence once again. He must reclaim the title of champion. But first, he must clean up the mess of this current life. The door slides open. A group of students enters. They are looking for Mugyeol. They are looking for a victim. They do not realize they have walked into a tiger's den. The leader asks if he is the freak who messed with his friends. Mugyeol stands. His bulk is imposing, but his eyes are dead calm. He confirms the accusation. The violence that follows is swift. It is technical. A Dempsey roll. The motion is a blur of weight and momentum. The impact sound is wet and heavy. When the motion stops, teeth rattle in Mugyeol's palm. The bullies are frozen. They witness a level of brutality that does not belong in a high school classroom. The girl watches from the side. She does not scream. She is fascinated. She sees the proficiency, the lethal grace hidden in the heavy frame. Later, outside the school, the remnants of the gang regroup. They whisper about the sudden change. They speak of boxing skills appearing out of nowhere. But one of them, Baek Ju-seong, is skeptical. He is a grappler, a judo prodigy. He lights a cigarette, dismissing the rumors. To him, weight classes exist for a reason, and he believes he is the apex predator. In the school bathroom, Mugyeol washes his hands. The girl follows him in. She is bold, reckless. She introduces herself as a content creator for YouTube. She smells a story. A loser turning into a fighter is content gold. She wants to film him. She wants to make him famous. Mugyeol ignores her. He has no interest in internet fame. His ambition is focused on a singular point: revenge against Chairman Jang. He dismisses her and steps out. At the entrance, he collides with Baek Ju-seong. The judo player sneers. He sees a fat student. He sees a target. He calls out an insult, expecting fear. He receives a kick instead. Mugyeol's leg snaps out without warning. Ju-seong stumbles back, the wind knocked out of him. The girl fell silently from the corner. Ju-seong's ego fractures. He straightens up, his face twisting into ugliness. He realizes physical intimidation might not work. So he shifts to psychological warfare. He pulls out a smartphone. He plays a video. It is the old Mugyeol, the one before the possession. The boy in the video is dancing in his underwear, humiliated, broken. It is a leash the bullies used to control him. Ji-seon laughs, threatening to release more footage, to destroy Mugyeol's social life forever. Mugyeol stares at the screen. He feels nothing. The shame belonging to a dead boy. Ji-seon mistakes the silence for fear. He leans in, mocking, is Tom wagon. Mugyeol moves. It is a slap, but it carries the weight of the sledgehammer. Ji-seon is launched across the room. He smashes into the wall, sliding down into a heap of bruised pride and broken bones. The girl watches, stunned. The other boys freeze. Mugyeol looks down at the growing judo prodigy. He feels a cold realization settling in. He had forgotten something important. In his pursuit of the chairman, he overlooked the trash right in front of him. He looms over the fallen boy. The shadowy cast is long and dark. This is not just a schoolyard dispute. This is a collection, and he has just found another object for his revenge. Mugyeol has finally cornered his tormentor, but the real battle for his future is only just beginning. In the next part, we'll see him dismantle the school's hierarchy and set his sights on a professional tournament that could lead him straight to his ultimate revenge. If you're enjoying the journey so far, please consider liking and subscribing to stay tuned for the rest of the series.